This war flashback arc just keeps on getting better. Chapter 122, The Start. We start off with Kumishige eating Subaru's rice ball, and Subaru's just glazing his own rice ball, saying it's all about the intrinsic nature of my rice bowl and stuff like that, saying it transcends all other rice bowls. With Kumishige saying, yo, I read your book a long time ago. Yo, that shit was pure garbage, wasn't it? With Subaru saying, so you're a serious student. I know real students will see through my lies and tell that it's pure garbage. With Kumishige saying, yo, that's not good, give me back my money. And Subaru just tempting Kumishige, he gives him another rice bowl, asking him, how starved are you? Subaru asks him, like, if you practice out in the open, a swordsmith with, like, your accolades will get so much, like, recognition. And with that recognition, you can charge more, and now you could get to eat more. But Kumishige says, yo, that goes against my, like, moralities. Making deadly weapons is something I've never been comfortable with. But that's how it should be. I should continue to struggle in order to make blades that protect people. Being recognized by the state for Kumishige doesn't really mean much to him. It just proves like a blanket state of approval. And Kumishige says, no shade to you, Subaru. I was not talking about you. I'm talking about myself. Subaru says, yeah, I get that, but if you starve to death, all that fighting will be worthless. Asking Kumishige, you have a goal, right? And Kumishige says, yeah, to forge the greatest sword ever. Subaru asking, what do you mean, the greatest sword ever? Kumishige saying, I'm not too sure about that. So I'm just gonna continue to forge and forge and forge. He's prepared to make 1,000 of them. Subaru saying, hey, you know that costs money, right? We turn page getting a photo of the Hiroshima squad. We then start with the post-Hiroshima conference. I forgot his name, but he's asking, how is Shiba conditioned? And then somebody answered, he took a lot of hits, suffered more than 20 broken bones with internal injuries. 10 killer sorcery, he's in condition to talk, but he's gonna be out of commission for a while. And with a new face saying, the Mikaboshi, a clan once ruled Japan, said to have died out in eon ago, and now they're surviving under the ocean? Incredible. Initially, their demands were just for Datsenseki and the prefects that had Datsenseki in them. But now, they evolved those demands. With us getting a look back towards the Hiroshima fight, seeing Aryu talk about how his ancestor retreated to the island, they prayed for peace, but the princess's prophecies were falsely accusing them of belligerent intentions. With Aryu saying, to this day, they have a princess, don't they? So now their demand is for Datsenseki and the princess, with the old dude wanting the princess to bear his child. Their goal is dominion. If they have the blood of the Soga and their own powers, they will upset the whole entire country of Japan. And we learn that the princess had fainted because she had a prophecy saying that there will be hell on earth, and it's not looking good. The government rejects their demands because they can't accept such blind and incomprehensible behavior. And more importantly, the government intends to expand the anti-sorcery strategic force. More special squads that gonna get fodderized. But Random Jew said, that's not enough. We have Hiroto Soga, the strongest warrior we had to date. He could alone destroy a powerful dynasty. And 3 other people that was no less capable than him, and they single-handedly destroyed them. And there's other 5 people more of his caliber. That's not something that we could just throw soldiers to. And another random government official says, we have a stockpile of Kachi. And remember, Kachi being Kizame's sorcery, so maybe that is something that has to do with him. But some dude says, yo, it's finite. The enemy has exceptional ability to regenerate. If you don't use it at the right moment, it could come to nothing. And they're saying, perhaps our only hope is the famed Bulma starving. That's Shiyuki's clan right there. But we already reached out to the Kagari clan, but that's not simple. They haven't found an appropriate master in ages. If that got out of hand, it could disintegrate the whole entire continent to a scorched waste field. So Hiyuki's continent level now, that's major upskill right here. The meeting then goes into frivolous arguments because they can't come to an agreement. And then we see that Kumishige is outside of Shiba's door. Kumishige asking Shiba, should you be up right now? And Shiba saying, I have to be up. I need to be up right now. We then see the bodies of the fallen Hiroshima soldiers and the demands of Aryu and the old guy and Chiaki crying. We then see Kumishige locking the hell in saying, I heard everything. And with the government officials telling Hasumi saying, so do you think there's a way for us to defeat them? And then we see a little notebook saying, the Enchanted Blade Plan with Kumishige's back. March 21st, midnight starts, and that's where it ends. What a chapter. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, the Mikaboshi plans, dastardly. Yo, that shit they gotta go, man. And I'm not talking about the malediction. I'm talking about the royals. Yeah, they evil. Talking about she's about to bear my children. Hell no, man. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this. Sorry for like such a long review. There's just so much that I had to like get all of it in.